What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Dr.DDub here, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play RollerCoaster Tycoon. We are back here on Mel's World. We are just now starting out this park, and let's get right into it. You guys know the drill by now. I'm going to go ahead and take care of all the hiring of staff and placing of our initial shops and stalls, and all the kind of boring stuff. It looks like we already have some trash cans and benches, or at least benches. I'll go back through and add some more of everything. But I'll be back with you guys when I'm done with that. See you in just a sec. Alright guys, welcome back. We have just finished placing all of our shops and stalls, and it looks like there were already a few. We had a burger bar here to begin with, and we had a drink stall all the way over here, as well as one restroom all the way on this end of our park. So I went ahead, I'm going to make this area kind of our primary food court-ish area, and I'll leave these here where they are, because that allows a little bit of food and beverage throughout the rest of the park. I'll probably end up turning this area into another one at some point once we start expanding our park, or at least the walkways in our park. We don't have the option to actually physically expand our park on this one, but we don't really need to because it's so big to begin with. But that's besides the point. So we've gone ahead and hired all of our staff as well. Like I said we were going to. We have 9 handymen, 3 mechanics. I hired 1 additional security guard. There was already 1 to begin with. And then 3 entertainers, 1 of each type. I want to start painting assigning a non-default uniform color to our handymen and our mechanics. I think it adds a lot. I want to do blue on both of them, but mechanics are already blue to begin with, so I'm going to make them that darker blue. It's not a huge change, but I think it looks very clean, very nice, and kind of a mechanic vibe. I don't know why I think of like a blue coveralls or a guy in blue coveralls when I think of mechanics, but okay, let's build something. So we have a couple small things to begin with, some of which are already built in this park. So we already have a gravitron, and we already have a blast off, or at least that's what it's called, a woe belly. But before we do all that, I just realized we need to probably go through and make sure all of our pricing is set correctly. So free admission, perfect. Any park that starts with free admission seems to work great. Any park that starts with anything other than that, like on Millennium Mines, oh boy does it throw things off. So that's 347. That's a crazy intensity rating. That's awesome though. 340. So these are pretty close to being priced, at least how I would think is the correct way to price it. This is going to be way off, yeah. We can charge twice as much. And luckily, we already have a steel roller coaster, so that's going to be one of the first things that we build, because it's a revenue generator, as I say every time. But while we're here, let's go ahead and watch Flightmare real quick. That's such a cool name too, Flightmare. I really like it. Let's watch this. It's not a super long ride, but it looks pretty cool. And like this entire hillside coming up right here, like that's so cool. It looks like a wave made out of earth. It's kind of cool looking. And that is Flightmare. Pretty short, but hopefully it's going to make us some good money. Inverted coaster, that's what this is called. I like the paint job. I'm not going to change anything, just like normal. But I am going to modify some of these settings. Leave if another train arrives. And yeah, we'll wait for, how long is this ride? 1 minute, 13 seconds. So now that I know you could adjust this, if I increase my maximum waiting time to 1 minute and 13 seconds, well, actually, we'll up it another 10 seconds, because I think the ride time ends, or it starts when they initially depart, and it ends when they hit the station, not when they hit the front. If I add that extra 10 seconds on there, it'll leave if another train arrives, and constantly, or it will wait for a full load pretty much up until the moment that it gets there. That might be redundant, but I'm doing it just in case. I don't know if I'll need to do that, but for how long this line is, I really think it might be necessary, because this could get outrageous. People could get very upset waiting in that line. Okay, I think that's it for pricing of our rides. There's only 4 rides to begin with. I thought there were more than that. There's not, though. That's okay. We will add to that right now. Before we do that, though, I keep getting ahead of myself here. We need to theme our park. And so when I was looking at this earlier, it might have been a stretch, but my brain gravitated to something. So we have Flightmare. We have Quiver, which, if you don't know what a quiver is, quivers go on your back typically, and they hold arrows for like an archer. Archery uses arrows, which have feathers on the back. Feathers belong to birds. Birds can fly. Flightmare. They fly high in the sky, and whenever they leave the ground, they blast off and take flight. So, like I said, it might be a huge stretch, but I think I want to theme our park around birds. I'm not sure how well that's going to work, but I want to try it. I think it could be really cool. And we're going to start just by simply naming our rides. We'll probably start naming some of them in this episode just off bird-related things. As we go, we might name them after specific bird types. I have no knowledge of birds, or at least not more than your average person would. I'm not like a bird enthusiast by any means. But this should be interesting. I've got a couple names in mind already for some rides, some things I don't know. It should be interesting. All right, let's do the haunted house right here. I'm thinking if we do a roller coaster somewhere in this area, we could actually loop track behind it. So this actually isn't all wasted space. And we'll do the entrance on the side right here, and the exit coming right out the front, if you will. And then I made a list of names for all of these, or at least for some of our default ones. So let me try pulling that up real quick, and hopefully that will expedite our naming process a little more than normal. At least we go kind of slow when naming stuff, but that's because I have to think of clever names on the fly. But when I make a list ahead of time, I don't have to do that. Okay, so for a haunted house, we're going to do Attack of the Birds. I'm pretty sure, I don't know if it's exactly called this, but actually no, I think there's a movie out there just called Birds. And it's basically what that is. It's birds attacking people. They swarm the town and just attack everyone, and it's ridiculous. So, Attack of the Birds. I would imagine if you have a fear of birds, I don't know too many people that do. Actually, I don't know anyone that does. But I know there are people out there that have a fear of birds. So, Attack of the Birds. I think that's kind of funny. And then while I'm looking at it here, we made our umbrellas a light blue. just so you guys all see that. And it looks like we have a thunderstorm on the way, which I absolutely love. I love thunderstorms. Okay, we have a merry-go-round as well. We're going to build I think 2 coasters in this episode, actually. They're both going to be steel coasters, but like I say every time, we need that money. So, where could this go? I don't want to put all the small stuff next to each other. I'd like to spread it out a little bit. So let's actually do the merry-go-round over here. Why not? We can do it right in this corner, and then the entrance and exit can just go straight out right here. And one thing I like to do whenever I have the option is place an entrance directly across from an exit from a ride. I don't know if it actually does anything, but I feel like as like an entire train gets off, you have a mass amount of people all headed this direction at once. So there's a good chance a lot of them are going to end up riding that ride. I don't know if that's actually how it works, but that's how it seems, just because instead of one person walking by himself at any given time, you have a lot of people. And it just feels like it fills up quicker. So even if it doesn't do anything, it makes me feel good. So, okay, and our name for merry-go-round 1, Canary Carousel. I love me some alliteration. Let's go ahead and grab our Flightmare mechanic here and have him cover that as well. I need to be better about this. Shame on me. Where is our mechanic in this area? This guy's name's Gravitron. We'll have him stretch out over here. Perfect, that covers that. If I forget to name, or not to name these, if I forget to cover anything with a mechanic, please let me know. I really don't want to have to hire a mechanic that can just walk wherever he wants in this park, because as we saw last park, that didn't go so great. He kept getting assigned or getting the radio calls for stuff that he had no business taking, so. All right, where do I want this to go? I'm trying to envision how I want to expand this park out. So, ooh, we could do one. No, this looks like a perfect spot for like a station for a ride. It's nice and flat, it's open, perfect spot for a line going here or there. We'll save that for something of that nature. Let's actually go back over here. I saw a spot I liked. We'll do it right here, because I'd like to be able to expand this walkway. I don't know, we might end up connecting this tile right here over to this and kind of making a loop. Actually, that's probably not necessary. It already kind of connects over here. But we'll have a ride or two over in this area probably. And then when we expand our park out this direction into the forest, we're probably going to do so from this tile right here and go up and over and then down in that area. So we should be able to get away with doing something right here, no problem. We'll do the entrance. Actually, we'll do the exit right here, the entrance right here, and that will line up right in between the bathroom and the drinks. So, we just won an award for being the best value park. Go us. What did I say? We're going to do the exit right here. So let me actually start with the entrance here. Yeah, we'll do... What? That's weird. Whatever. Okay, we're going to have to fill that back in so they don't have a... Dang it. What's going on? Okay, whatever. Entrance, exit. That makes it easy. All right, this is going to be very simple. There is going to be absolutely nothing fancy about this. It's going to just take up this flat area right here. Very, very simple. I like to make my mazes quick. I know they're not incredibly exciting to watch, or at least the build of. I just messed that up. Okay, so yeah, I'm just trying to get through this somewhat fast, but I'm going probably a little bit too fast for my own good, judging by how many times I've screwed this up already. That's kind of a cool looking design. I kind of like that. All right, so they enter here. The exit's going to be over in this area. Let me build the exit path first. We'll actually double back on itself here and loop around, and that can be our exit. And then we'll just kind of mess them up by adding some other loops and turns and twists. Not that our guests are good at solving these in the first place. All right, so entrance here, exit there. I could have expanded it over in this direction, and I'm actually going to not do that. Yes, I am. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I've decided. Oh, I can't click on what I'm trying to click on. There we go. All right, so our exit, we'll just tie up over here to our other exit. Nothing crazy about it. And that'll make assigning our mechanic, which I'm remembering to do, much easier. So Flightmare, come over here and cover that. And then our queue line is just going to go down the hill, if you could call this a hill, and out just right by the restrooms, because who doesn't want the smell of a restroom right next to the line? Oh, that is very not exciting, but I don't know if mazes ever are, really, so we'll do max people, because again, that doesn't affect our test results, I don't believe. Now that I adjusted it, yeah, it doesn't change anything. So if anything, that made it more intense. I didn't see it what it was beforehand, but all right, that's 140. And for a maze, this might be kind of cruel, at least as far as naming rides go. But our maze is going to be called Clean Glass Window. Because a maze is very confusing, and to a bird, nothing is more confusing than a clean glass window. If you don't know what I mean, I'm sorry, I'm not going to explain that. You'll see it eventually. Birds always run into windows, so... Okay, let's build our coaster. We're going to do 2 shuttle loops right next to each other. I don't know where yet, but I do have kind of an idea as far as like how I want to design them. And we're actually probably going to do it over... Yeah, we're going to do it over here. We're going to expand our park already. I'd like them to go... If we have them both starting... I don't know if I want to do a powered launch mode or a... We're actually going to adjust the land here real quick. This hill is kind of in my way. We're still going to clean everything up, but this is somewhat necessary, in my opinion. Or at least for what I'm wanting to do. And of course, we will fix all of this back up. That'll need to be actually completely flat. And then all of this needs to be tapered off. Like so. Kind of expensive, but it's for the good of the park. Okay, there's that. And it looks very clean now, which is kind of nice. Don't want to be building the ride on top of weeds. Not that that has any effect on this game. Okay, so if we do a station... Let's actually make him go this direction. We're going to do the walkway. Actually, we're probably going to extend it from here. That looks like it could work. And that'll actually go right underneath. 3, 4, 5. That's fine. And let me actually build the other one as well while we're doing this. I like to build if I do 2 things at the same time. I like building them at the same time because to me it makes it a lot easier to visualize what's going where. And if you screw up on spacing or something, you can fix it as you go instead of having to come back and redo everything at a later date. All right, so we'll go up to 21. I think that's good. And I meant to keep our station short on purpose because the longer... Oh, dang it. Okay, we'll actually go one further. And see, before... If I had built this entire one, I would have had to redo that entire ride before doing this one. At least if I wanted them to line up appropriately. Or not appropriately, properly. Okay, so now that they are aligned, that actually doesn't look that high, and that's okay. We don't have quite as much space as I thought we did, But that'll be okay. This probably isn't gonna work though. Okay, so I had a plan, and my plan is kind of changing. Okay, all this is gonna have to move. Scratch that plan. All this is relocating. Not super far away, but I need more room on this side. And let's actually see if this will work first with the, we ran into Flightmare last time, so let's make sure we don't run into Flightmare again. It's looking like we'll be fine. Yeah, we'll go up to 21, and I'd like to do the other one on this side of it, if I can. Because the more, I need a lot of space on this side, is kind of what I'm getting at. I'm wanting to do these in sort of a V formation, or at least that's kind of the plan. And I don't know if we'll have enough space for this. Yeah, that's gonna take up... Actually, if I can get away with doing a loop and then something else... Ooh, okay, this might still work. Yeah, this will still work. I'm gonna have to adjust the land. But that's well worth it for what I'm trying to do. And that should be all we have to... Nope. That needs to get lowered as well. Alright, we started at 21. So we'll bring that up to 21 as well. That should be just fine. We shouldn't need to modify the land anymore. And then the other one is going to be a mirror image of that. Oh, you guys are probably screaming at me right now. That's clearly not gonna work. Oh boy. Okay. How can I get away with this? Okay, where does this line up? If I could take the stations out further and then... Oh man, I thought this would be so simple. This is kind of a fail. 3, 4, 5. If I can go out from underneath this, this will work. Roller coaster in the way. What if I do one more piece of station and then start going up? Okay, this might work as long as I can clear it with this piece. Oh man, I can't believe I did that. That's ridiculous. I should have known better, but... And now the station's incredibly long. We might back it off at the front. Oh, if this works... Yes, it does. Thank you. Okay, I actually want to build this first, and then we might back off some of the station a little bit, because I do want shorter trains for this. Oh, and we don't have any room on this side. This isn't working at all, guys. I planned this so poorly. Oh, what do I... How can I get away with this? Okay, this is... Change of plans. This is gonna go 1. These are actually just gonna hug each other. I think this will work. I hope this will work. And can I get away with a loop to the right? Roller coaster in the way, and if I loop to the left, it takes me outside my park. Oh boy. I messed this one up big time. Okay, they're not gonna quite look the same. I'm coming up with ways to fix this. Okay, we're gonna loop to the left, and then we're gonna do this turn, and then we're gonna go up to 21. Oh gosh. Okay, can this loop to the right? If I go one more and then loop to the right, can I make that work? Because I need it to work. I don't think I've ever spent this long on a shuttle loop, and it still puts me there. Okay, we're just gonna have to make this tight now instead of... Oh boy. We're gonna make this go all the way to the edge and then up. I think this... No, I think I need to back it off one more. Is that 21? It's 21. Okay, not how I wanted this to go, but that's what we're working with, and that's what we're gonna stick with. So we'll do the entrances... Oh, we're running right into a hill now. We'll do the entrances at the front. Exits all the way at the back. One in from the back, probably two in from the back, because we're going to have the same issue on the other side with the exit, at least. Exit right there. Okay, before we test all these, let me get my walkways built, because this is not going to be difficult, but I just need to adjust the land slightly. We'll actually lower all this right here, just so it looks consistent. Let me make sure I'm getting the right tile here. There we go. Okay. Whew. Sorry for all of that, everybody. That took way longer than I wanted it to. We'll actually take this over the track here. We actually have to go up 2. So we'll do 2. We'll come back this direction. Back over. This line's probably going to be much longer than the other one. It's actually going to be significantly longer than the other one. I'm getting ideas as to how I want this to work. So if that comes in there, 1, 2... This will need to be adjusted. And then this will come right back out. Oh boy. Trying to get this off the entrance here. Oh, I probably need to connect this up first. Where did I say I wanted to connect this? I said originally here. I don't know if that's going to work anymore. We're probably going to have to bring it up here and over all of this. Actually, we're going to expand from here to this area because this is getting way too busy. So this will all just connect up right. Both the entrances will connect on this tile. Both the exits will connect to that tile. At least that's my plan for now. Did I not connect that to the entrance? What the heck? Why isn't that working? There we go. I don't know what caused that. It might have been because I had 2 unfinished queues right next to each other. That was strange, though. Alright, can I get away? I think I can. Doing this? Yes, I can. Alright, and then this should line up with that exit right there. And again, this is an area where a do not enter sign is not a must, but for me, it's a must-have. We'll put that right there. Oh man, I got so frazzled from trying to build that. I don't know why that was such a struggle, but it was. But that's over with now. Okay, so let's get back. Let's get my focus back. Let's get this going. All right, we need a mechanic over here. That should be a pretty easy job for him. I think that covers all of it. We'll name him Spoiler. V formations. Because that's originally what I was trying to do. I wanted this one that ended up going to the side here to mirror this. And so if you looked at it, it would kind of look like a V. So it kind of angled there and then back this way. That was the goal. That's not what happened, but oh well. I don't think our handyman has access to this area. What handyman is it? No, clearly not. And I didn't name any of these guys, so it's gonna be process of I cannot talk today. Process of elimination. There we go. Come get all this. This guy's got a lot of work cut out for him. All right, Handyman 9. That's who's covering all this. I said I was going to look up the keyboard shortcut for exiting out of all those windows, and I totally forgot. So this RollerCoaster 2, we will name V Formation. And then I originally wanted to name them both some variation of V Formation, but now that this one is turning to the side, we'll name this one L Formation. I don't know, that actually kind of works. I didn't really know what I was going to name the second V Formation ride. But that answers that question for me. So we'll do reverse incline launch mode, synchronize with adjacent stations, full load. 60 seconds should be plenty. And we'll actually test it real quick. I don't know if they're going to quite sync up. There they go. Sweet. All right. And then we need to paint these. I'd like them to be primarily white with a hint of color. I don't know why, but I'm wanting that. That might possibly crash with people on it. Okay, so what can I do to remedy that? If I make it... Let me close both of these real quick. I said I wanted to back off the station to avoid having as long of a train. Let me try 5. See if that's any better. I don't know if it will be. It might actually make it worse. But we're going to find out. Okay, so I wanted to make them primarily white. So we both have white supports. I want white track on both, on the inside, and then I'll make the trim a different color. That's a little bit better. I'm gonna have to watch this with people on it and make sure it doesn't explode. But let's go ahead and open those. I'm hoping that these are both successful. They should be, I would imagine, since they're both shuttle loop designs with the loop, and they are. Awesome. And that's medium intensity too, so a lot of people will want to ride those. If we had it as a high intensity, still probably a good amount of people would want to ride it, but with a medium intensity, just right around the 4 to 5 range, I'm expecting these to be a hit, especially once we get more guests in our park and kind of get people in this area of our park. But okay, let's finish painting these. What did we just get? A 3D cinema? Sorry, that's like shiny object. That is so cool looking. We're going to build that later. Not this episode, but that's definitely going in this park. But okay, let's paint this. What if we just stuck with a kind of like a red versus blue type design? So we'll do L formation is blue and V formation red. That looks kind of cool. I'm kind of really liking that. That is neat. And then, yeah, we'll stick with the same kind of colors. So all in the same colors. This one's blue, so we'll do the dark blue on the top. With a light blue on the bottom. We'll see how that looks. I just changed the wrong one. Dark blue on the top with a light blue on the bottom. And then for the red one, we'll do kind of a dark red on top with a lighter red on the bottom. I think that looks kind of cool. Yeah, I really like how that came out. Okay, let's up the price on these. So $540 and $530, very close. I'm actually surprised at how close they are with how... I mean, the track isn't super different. They both have a loop, they both have a curve, they both are reverse incline launch mode. But the way the track is laid out is slightly different. Again, absolutely love that sound. So cool. Okay, good. No one's gonna die on this thing. Ooh, okay. So this one gets back a little bit sooner, but this one comes in with more speed. So that ends up working out really nicely. Let me watch those again once more just to make sure everything is all sound. But look at this line. It is insane. So many people over here now, and they're all getting right back on. Look at that. That is so crazy. All right, V formation and L formation. That one goes there, that one goes there. Both of them hit the absolute top. Oh, man. Okay. This took entirely too long to build, but it is well worth it. These are going to be a hit in this park, and I am so happy about that. But with that said, that's going to do it for this episode. That went on for entirely too long. My apologies. Thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you are excited for what's going to happen with the Aviary. It should be interesting. I'll definitely be doing my bird research between episodes just to kind of come up with name ideas and get inspired a little bit. But we'll see how it goes. But again, thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next episode. And until then, take care.